In this video, we are taking the Sakura D5 back to the track, and we are going to be testing on our carpet surface DS Racing LF4s, Yokomo DRCs, and the ReveD tires. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy. This is Roadside RC. You'll find me on this channel doing everything from bashing and crawling, plus drifting and racing, plus product review videos and how-tos. Today, we moved our drift track from a P-tile to a racing carpet surface. It's a fairly low nap carpet. It has, it's pretty stiff. This is what is used typically for our off-road racing. But we need to know what tire is really the best for it. So I'm taking 3 of the top competitors out, and we're gonna give them a head-to-head run to see how do they feel, which one's faster, which one's slower, what is the side bite, all of these kind of things to come back and figure out which one's the best tire. final thoughts, now that we've got all that testing out of the way, we've been doing all that driving, final thoughts on really which one of these 3 tires is the most suitable for this type of surface. So first up with the ReveD, average lap times were somewhere in the 16 to 17 second range. Very predictable tire, pretty fast tire, the fastest of the 3. Really, when we're looking at the surface that we're on, the track layout that we currently have, fast is fun, but fast is not good for being able to tandem with other folks and things like that. And so what I'm seeing is that tire is just a little bit too fast, but I love driving on it. It has great predictability, feels awesome. Going to that LF4 tire was like an average lap time of around 20 seconds. So significantly slower on that type. I mean, we're giving up 3+ seconds compared to it. Standing on the driver's stand, first impressions, it was really crazy. I mean, it felt like I had just zero traction anywhere, no matter what I did. But here's the truth. That tire is probably the best tire for us to have on that track in order to help us tandem better, right? So it all depends on kind of what our goals are. Not as impressive from a speed standpoint. So when we get folks coming over and watching what we're doing, they're not going to be super impressed with like how fast our cars are going around the track, because it seems pretty dang slow. But on the other hand, what is super impressive is us getting tandems and getting people right in each other's door, and that tire slows us down enough that we can do that. I am pretty confident that that tire might truly be the best choice, even though it's super duper slow, and maybe doesn't look as impressive. But you know, when you really look, what really changed my mind on that tire was watching the onboard footage and watching the length of the drifts, watching the angle of the drifts. It was predictable. You could drive the car, you could predict where the car was going, but I had to recalibrate my mind to that lack of traction with that tire. I'd be very curious. That was the LF4. There is an LF5 out there also. Be curious to try the LF3 also, just to kind of bookend it and see like how much difference is there really. Lastly is that Yokomo DRC. So this tends to be my favorite tire, basically no matter what we're doing. When we've run carpet, this similar kind of carpet before, that's the tire we ran. Even when we were running on that slick P tile, we ended up running the DRC tire for it. It just seems like the DRC is it's just a good tire everywhere, and it came in the middle in speed. So if the ReveD tire was in that 16 to 17 second range, the Yokomo was in the 17 to 18. It gave up about a second compared to the speed of that ReveD, but it was still a couple seconds faster than that LF4. So really, at the end of the day, is the Yokomo DRC. It's probably the tire we're going to go with. I know a lot of folks coming in are buying that tire. That's what they're starting with. So that's kind of the momentum, the direction that the track is going. And that's fine. I think that'd be fun. I do wonder if I could get some folks to swap to that LF4 and what we would do with that. That might end up being the best for the track. But the most important thing when it comes to any kind of folks driving on a track like this is everybody running on the same tire. If you can get everybody on the same tire, then you can get everybody at roughly the same speed, same predictability, same handling characteristics, and you can start getting closer and closer and better with those tandems. And that's exactly where we're working on with this new redesigned carpet track that we're on. That's the phase that we're in. We're trying to get everybody back close together. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know what kind of surface you're drifting on. I got a video out there already about P-tile, so if you're on that kind of a slick surface, that video is going to be over here as we close this one out. We've drifted on carpet, we drift on my garage concrete floor. Let me know what you're drifting on down below in the comments, and maybe I can make a video depending on what that surface is also. So anyway, I'm going to get to going. I'm going to go do some other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. So thank you and goodbye.